Okay, we are live. Oh my god, I'm so bad. As you can see, I'm really bad with technology. So we've just been chatting for like the past 5 minutes and not realizing that we weren't live. So hi everyone.
Hold on. Let me. I still don't see us live. I'm on the.
Okay,
oh,
so
here it is. Here it is. Okay, there's a delay.
We're live. Sorry, I'm like the worst. I'm the worst host. I'm very disorganized. So I really appreciate you being here. And yeah, just like, yeah, I'm a mess. So yeah, today I've invited Kat, and thank you for, taking the time out to come and do your live with me. To talk about our favorite, like top 5, bottom 5 Pat McGrath products. And I think Kat is the perfect person to discuss this topic because she's got the whole collection. And I'm like, wow, your collection is like amazing because it's like, it's dedication that you've got.
Yeah. Well, you know what? This how much dedication it is. This is going to sound so bad. I was watching Kelsey Brianna J talk about the Supreme lipstick, which I didn't get because I really tried to get the Supreme lipstick. And she was talking about how she was on there and she thought she beat all the bots and she went to go check out and it was fine. But then she got a reversal on her credit card. And then so she went out and bought, So she went out and bought the lipstick on the secondary market. And I was like,
oh my God.
I was like, should I do it? So
like how many? And you did it.
So I bought it. Yeah, it's gonna come tomorrow.
That's crazy. Was it really expensive? Like people would jack the price?
It's expensive. Yeah. It was
like
I think it was normal. I think it went for $38. I spent over $100.
It wasn't that expensive when it was full price.
Yeah, full and then, like regular, but secondary market. Yeah, there were some people selling it for $250. It's so crazy. But who am I to say? I was gonna say I bought this.
Didn't think there was anything Supreme. Yeah, that's dedication. I reckon you should use it.
I actually bought 2 of them.
Like a whole video on it.
I know. I was thinking about it, but I was like, okay, so I bought 2 of them just so one I can play with and one I can just have in my little display.
That's funny. But the thing is, you have to find like a place to go out with it, right? Like you can't spend like 2 hours doing the whole thing and then like have nowhere to go. It feels like a waste if you're gonna like put it in.
I better get a
there's like nowhere to go.
Instagram photo. That was my goal because
That's true.
I used to, when I was a waitress, I used to put glitter on top of my lipstick and it was like so pretty. I got all the girls at the restaurant to do that. And like you can't do anything. You can't eat. Like the more you talk, the more the glitter fell out. So I was like, okay, if I do this, it's only for Instagram, only for a really good picture.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Because I had the Liquilust kit as well from back in the day. And that came with the whole glitter. You put the lipstick on, then you put the glitter on. And I saw like tutorials where like Violet FR did like, but it's just not practical. Like glitter on the lips, it's not practical. It's not great for the environment, and it's just like, who's going to do that except for an Instagram photo?
Totally.
So
I have it. I can't find it right now, but I have that kit too. Yes, this will be rewatchable later. You just have to.
Yes, I will put this on replay.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically, Kat, I think you started your channel back in 2017, right? And I think we connected because we both really loved Pat McGrath.
Yes, I remember trying to find someone. That's how I remember. I remember going like, okay, who else is posting about Pat? And right around the same time, because I was looking, okay, who's Asian and who's talking about Pat? And around the same time, I found you and I found Michelle Wong. So I was like, sweet, people that are, ethnic backgrounds very similar, and then upbringing, and then like has a passion for Pat. So yeah, that's how we've been hanging out.
I know. And it's weird because it's like, it doesn't seem that long ago that the whole brand came about, and now it's just such a big thing, and she's released so much. So to keep up with all the releases, it's another thing because she's releasing, obviously she's selling and doing really well, which I'm so glad, like for someone that has been in the industry for so long, is so hardworking, and she's a person of color, I think that's amazing that she's had that success. So, it is a pretty special brand.
Yeah.
And I think that's why she has fans and her followers.
Yeah, how do you feel about this new collection? The Celestial Divinity. Aside
So
from
for
the
me,
big palette.
I actually haven't purchased anything from her collection since I think Skin Fetish, which is a long time ago. That's a long time ago.
Okay.
And so for me, for her to come out with, is it 18 pan palette with the shades that I didn't get from the Star Wars, I was actually quite excited because I when I saw the Star Wars collection come out, I was like, those 6 pan palettes look quite nice. But I was like, oh, I don't want to wake up early and like, how much do I want to like, I've got so much eyeshadow. So when she came out with that, I was actually pretty happy with that. I'm really surprised that the price point was so, like pretty digestible, like 125 Australian dollars is where it was, whereas like her Mothership palettes are around $200. So I thought that price, I'm glad to have the shades. But like I was watching your video and you were saying how, she's a serial repeater of shades and colors that for a collector is quite annoying. So, yeah, how do you feel about it?
I'm very curious about it. I don't like that it's repeated. I actually don't like the big palette, like the way it looks.
Oh, really?
On picture, because I'm not a big palette person. Like,
the
only reason why I compromise on the 10 because it's so luxe. It's the beveled mirror, the weightiness, and like I leave it. But like this one, it's just like it's too big. It feels like crossing over to Morphe size to me. Like I don't know how much I will pull it out. And I don't know. I mean, if we think about this new palette, this one, this packaging, it doesn't even feel like the Star Wars ones.
Yeah,
like
I think
these,
it's different. Palette. It does kind of cheapen it a little bit, but I think she's trying to do the Natasha Denona thing where she's trying to appeal to maybe more people at like offer more for kind of less to maybe attract more people into her, makeup. I'm not sure. I do think it does kind of, the larger you get, I think it can get towards like you feel like it becomes like a cheaper sort of product, So
yeah, I just really wish instead of coming out with repeat shades, I wish she'd just come out with more darker nudes. Because some of her nudes, I'm like, I have to wear a lip liner. I can't. Yeah. Like I was trying to wear one of the lipsticks that was a re-promote from this launch, and I was like, I don't want, like I tried with dark, like they were so light, and all the lip liners that I have were so dark, and so there's no medium that I was like, felt good. It felt very 90s where it was very overlined, which I'm okay with, but I didn't feel like it went with this eye look. So I was like, I can't. So I just put on lip gloss. So yeah. I am excited.
Do you think the quality's down here?
I don't know. I watched someone's video saying that it's going to be made in America and not Italy. So I don't know if that's true or not, but if that's true, the quality might change. I don't know.
I guess we'll see, because I've ordered the palette. Have you ordered palette? Has it arrived yet?
No, I emailed them this morning saying, hey, when are you shipping it out? And they said
the website is not great. It's not. The ordering, I've had bad experiences, unfortunately. Like I've had, they've put the value too high, and so it's got stuck in customs, things like that. So they've missed things in order.
Yeah, the last launch with this one, I ordered the day of. I ordered it exactly when it opened. Then Michelle Wong had talked about ordering it online from Sephora, and she got hers before I got mine. And they launched in Sephora like a week later.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's kind of like better just get it from Sephora, isn't it? I don't know.
Well, I got everything. I got like everything. So I was like, oh, I get the 10%, and mine came broken. So
it's frustrating. It's a bit frustrating.
Yeah, they don't ship right away. They say they can take up to five days to fulfill your shipment. So no one's got. I belong to a Facebook group that talks about Pat McGrath, and it was like, anyone get their shipment confirmation? Everyone's like, no, I don't think they have shipped it out yet. I'm like, I don't know when they work.
Maybe it's because it's like everyone like from around the world uses her website compared to like Sephora America. Maybe they can't keep up with the volume. I know you think they'd have enough money to kind of put more back into like that side of the customer service, but unfortunately it doesn't seem to have improved since the beginning of the company, unfortunately. So I think that is it is a bad, like, you know, it doesn't leave a good taste in your mouth, especially when you're spending a lot of money to have such a bad customer service experience. So I do recommend, you know, ordering off other sites rather than Pat McGrath unless you absolutely have to, because it's just very hit and miss. And like you said, you can get it quicker from other retailers, you know.
I know, but I don't even know when it's going to be available, if so at all, at Sephora, because it hasn't been hinted. So, and I have a feeling that this launch of this bigger palette was expedited a little bit because it was leaked.
Oh yeah, by Trend Mood, wasn't it?
No, it was someone posted, like someone was selling it on Macari, and then people started taking pictures. It's like, is this real? And people are trying to verify it. And
yeah, because September holiday, like, it's pretty far away, but every year it seems to get quicker and quicker, you know. So we definitely will be talking about our favorite Pat McGrath products. We're going to talk about favorite and least favorite. So which one do you want to start with first? Do you prefer favorite?
Let's do one and then
one
the
each?
other. So it's not like let's do a favorite first and then a least favorite, other than like the customer service shipping. Oh god, that could have been
sounds good. Otherwise it might get really bitter. But anyway, okay, do you want to start with one of your favorite products from Pat McGrath?
Okay, I'm gonna do this one because it's totally panned. Look at that. Like there's nothing left on this lip gloss. It's totally done. This one is the Bronze Temptation lip gloss. This lived in my purse prior to COVID. So I've run out of this a while back, but I still want to get it, but I have so many. But I do love this formula. So Bronze Temptation, I've panned it. But I wanted to share all my favorites that are living in my purse now when I do have an opportunity.
So you really like all like glosses.
Oh, totally. I like the cream formula that doesn't have the sparkle. So this one, this one's a bright one. It doesn't come out this bright, but this one's Twilo. And this one is Blood 2. It's very red. And then this one is Flesh 6. It's a very deep. That's what I'm wearing now. And
that's nice. That looks great on you.
Yeah, thank you. And then this one is Heavy Petal. Okay. So these have no shimmer, and I love these. These are so comfortable, and like you can it just gives a tint of color, and it stays on the lips nice, and it's my favorite. So.
Yeah. It's interesting that you mentioned the lip gloss, because although I don't mind them. Actually, I'm wearing one today. I'm wearing Flesh Astral, which has a little bit of glitter. It's not much, because again, I don't like lip glosses with tons of glitter, especially when you can feel them, and you can't with this one.
Okay, yeah.
So I like that, and I think it's a nice kind of nude brownie shade. But yeah, I would say, well, this is in no particular order, but this is probably my absolute favorite from Pat McGrath, which is basically her VR formula in eyeshadow. And she's got, this is the bag of favorites. So obviously she doesn't have her VR formula
all in one
palettes.
Yeah.
It's such a pity, because usually in each palette there might be one, like in her first 3, there was just one. But there's something really special about them, because I mean, I think other brands have sort of tried to dupe them, but if you look at the way that they swatch, which do
you know what VR stands for?
Virtual reality.
Oh, does it? Okay, I was like,
this is VR Pink, right? And this is from the first palette, which is the Subliminal, and there is such a nice, like, a pinkness to the base that it's really nice and like very, very.
Is it this one or the white one? Which one is it?
It's this one.
I can't see.
It's this one, because I think cool. This one.
The top
I think
one?
this one is a,
Okay.
this is a Blitz formula. Blitz, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's only one VR in each of the first three.
Mm-hmm.
Then
That
obviously,
VR pink, I love that one. I would put it on top of that purpley one. So nice.
Yeah, they're very beautiful. I think the VR, so we've got VR Nectar in Sublime, which is my absolute favorite. This is this is probably my all-time favorite shade.
Oh yeah,
ever.
that one's a nice one.
And it's what I'm wearing on my eyes now, but it's just this like coppery pink, beautiful, beautiful shade. So it's very special. Then we've got VR Violet in Subliminal, VR Pink in Subversive, and there's VR Fire Opal in the Bronze Seduction, because the Midnight Sun doesn't have a VR shade in it. They're just Blitz and Astral. They're Blitz and Astral formulas, which are slightly different. And then Divine Rose 2 has the VR Sextraterrestrial, which is the trichrome, I guess.
Oh, okay. So the earlier ones only have, it's like a duochrome, and the Divine Rose ones are tri, right? This one.
Yeah. That's the Sextraterrestrial, VR Sextraterrestrial. So I think that the VR formula is definitely the most special amongst her formulas. And I think that's kind of what makes those palettes kind of worth it, in my opinion, because they are, although other brands have, tried to dupe them, I just don't think they've gotten the same opacity, the same shimmeriness, the same smooth texture. It's just, and they also look very flattering on the eye, in my opinion, because like as someone who has texture on their eyelids, I don't think it makes your eyes look like super chunky and super thick. And some metallics can look really unflattering. So
yeah, I feel like her like shimmers and like all the VRs, I feel like on my lids it kind of camouflages texture. Like I don't know what's on the formula, but it kind of softens it, to me at least. That's how I feel. And where I feel other shimmers just kind of highlight my old age.
You reckon? I don't know your age, I reckon.
Yeah, well, I feel good, but sometimes I put on eyeshadow and I was like, I don't want to feel that old, so I have to something else on. All right, should we talk about a least favorite?
Yes.
Let me think. Which one do I want to? Okay, I'm gonna these little highlighter things, these liquid highlighters. Did you ever buy these?
Oh yeah. No, but I remember them, and I saw Mel Thompson use them, and they just look terrible, like the texture and everything.
Yeah, that like first I tried it a couple times, and people are talking about how like this is like a metal case, and so like the more you press, like if you press it real hard, it doesn't stop, and like it'll eventually crack. And,
it's like toothpaste or something.
Yeah,
like,
and it just doesn't. I don't know. I've seen people do tutorials with it, and they blend it out so nice. I'm like, where? I don't know.
I know.
This. I mean,
and I do think
it's not. It comes
it's a packaging
out.
fail.
The packaging is nice, but like it doesn't. Like I feel like it doesn't spread very nicely. See how it kind of just chunks. With most cream stuff, I feel like it would just be a gradient of thickness to, this one, it doesn't.
So have you ever used them on your face and like gone out?
No. I mean, I've used it on my face and then washed it off and then put something else and then went out, but I didn't go. And then plus this one comes off blue, which I'm not a fan of, like for highlight. So
highlighters could be hit and miss, I reckon.
Oh, actually, I tried this on my lid and this made me look wrinkly. Like this didn't have the texture, didn't give me the hiding of the texture that I liked. It's pretty, but it doesn't smooth out very nice. And I like the case. Yeah.
Well, hopefully she doesn't release any more, because then you'll have to buy them. So.
I know.
Or she at least improves it, because obviously, I haven't heard anyone talk anything good about them, unfortunately. So I think a lot of people are obviously having some similar experience.
Yeah.
So, Proper Intro asks, what kind of eye primer do you use under PMG shadows? Do you use any primer for your shadows?
Concealer.
Just concealer.
Yeah, I stopped buying into the hype of primer.
Yeah, I don't really do primer either. I think the only time when primer might be good is if you have like sticky eyelids, but then sometimes I think just a loose powder would work. Or if you want to really make a metallic eyeshadow pop, I think glitter glue. That's just that's all I use for me. I also don't use primer. I was panning a primer, but I don't specifically use a primer to actually do anything.
Yeah.
But I do think like a glitter glue does make them pop even more, and it does help, adhere the eyeshadow.
Yeah,
So.
I don't I used to like wearing, what was it, the NARS concealer, the one that was in the pot. I felt that was a good sticky base, but I didn't want to just have one product that I couldn't use like underneath. That used to be my ride or die concealer, but then as I got older, it just made me feel really crepey. Like no matter what powder I used, it just didn't agree with me anymore. So I needed more hydration, so I stopped using that. So now I just the Age Rewind from Maybelline. That's the one I've been doing. I'm 45, thank you. But yeah, I did.
I don't think I've ever said my age on air. I don't know if I want to say it, but I will tell you that I'm a dragon. I'm a dragon. So if you can figure that out.
What's it? Was that 3 years ago?
I'm a dragon.
4 years ago?
What animal are you?
I'm a rabbit.
Oh, you're a rabbit. You're like my husband, Tom.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, so So you're 12 years older than mine.
Oh, than your husband?
And Tom, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you younger than your husband?
Yes.
Okay. I figured you were younger than me. I'm like, when was it? Because I remember a lot of my Asian clients were talking about trying to get pregnant by a certain time because they wanted their babies to be dragons, except for certain ones because they had a certain zodiac sign that was not going to mix well with dragons. So I was like, she's like, we are either getting pregnant this year or we're waiting the 2 years from now, because they were like, it's dragon or it can't. They had to skip one and then get the other one. I was like, you guys are taking it way too serious.
I know. Well, my mom is so superstitious, and she's like, yep, this is a good year for you to have a baby. Not this year. We don't want a rat baby. No rat babies. So this is the year of the rat. And during the first year of the zodiac, it tends not to be very good. So, but having said that, I think a lot of people this year have had miracle babies, which is amazing. So anyway, you just take it with a grain of salt, So anyway, let's get on to our next favorite from Pat McGrath.
I'm going to say this whole Subliminal palette. This is my favorite.
Yeah.
This is my favorite because I mean, I need to do the update of the finale, but I did pan. So I panned this one, and then this one, and like I'm really close to this gold one. I contemplated buying a second one just to have a beautiful clean one, but I was like, I really want to work on it to say, but this is like such the great professional look for me. And
this is your like everyday palette?
Yeah. When I was going out, to work in the field. Now I can do whatever because no one really sees me, but I love this purple. This purple was a very muted purple that I could get some, like if I really wanted a color, it would just be so subtle. It'd be like more like a taupe. This taupe is beautiful. And then mixing this pink or this white one with the purple was gorgeous, or this gold with any of this was gorgeous. The only thing I had problems with the blue, but that's not a big deal.
Yeah. Is it because you just don't wear blue that often, or you don't actually like the texture of it?
No, I love this texture. I just don't like it on me.
Oh, okay.
So, I just felt like
it is a very cool blue. It's very.
I mean, it's beautiful.
It is a nice blue.
It's so pretty. Look at that. It's just like on my eyes, if you blend it out, blow it out, it just looks like a bruise. So I did like an eyeliner every once in a while, or I would just underneath my eyelid, like underneath, but it's not enough to like see a difference, because if I did try to do a smoky blue eye, it just looks like someone punched me in the face.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I think blue can be very hit and miss. So it's interesting to see that, like, you panned it, because that's really satisfying to see. And then obviously you really love that palette. So actually, one of mine is actually another eyeshadow, and it's a blue one. And this is a blue. Where is it? Where did I put it? Did I put it here? I did take it out because I absolutely love this blue, and it's from the Dark Star collection from many years ago, like 2016. Because I used to buy a lot of those collections.
So you have the little pigment.
Yes, the blue pigment. Where is it? I put it in this bag, and I obviously
they just sold it at Sephora US, and I got it for $65.
Oh, really?
I haven't opened it yet.
I thought you got that already.
No, I have the one that came, the brown version where it was.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do love this one though.
Oh, you do? I never got that one, but I absolutely love this. And I actually do love blue eyeshadow. I think blue can work really well with brown eyes, like make brown eyes pop. And what I really love about this blue is that it's such a very rich, it's just a very rich blue. It's got hints of purple in it. Hints of purple in it. It's got hints of like light blue sparkle, pink sparkle. It's a very beautiful blue. And it is, I would say, one of my top favorite blues in my entire collection. I really love it that much. And you know, it's one that it's definitely a statement eye look, obviously, but it's a very gorgeous shade. And I think, you know, she should release this as a single because I think, you know, a lot of people would enjoy this blue. The only bad thing about it is it does stain. So if that is a thing that bothers you, it stains, unfortunately. Yeah, because
you know that kit has this brush in it. Do you like the brush that comes in it or that came in it?
I forgot to mention my least favorite Pat McGrath product, but I hate all her brushes. I'm sorry.
Oh, even this one? Even this
I don't like it. I don't like it. No, I
love this
think
one.
It's scratchy. Yeah, but it's.
I
don't even remember.
Like if we go to Haste, all of them suck except for the eyeshadow one.
Yeah,
I think.
So you like just that one?
Just this one, and I think I was talking to my sister about it because we have very different eye shapes. Her eye shape is more like yours, but her eyebrow is probably a little bit lower. She has not as much lid space as you, where I have a lot of lid space. What I like about this because it's pinched and then it's wide. Like I can use it like to really blow it out this way or pack it, or I can like kind of angle it and make it more strategic. And I don't even think, like when you said it was scratchy, I'm like, really? I don't think, maybe I got a good
one. I don't know. Maybe the quality of mine is not good, but I can really tell it's scratchy and like the Pat McGrath has already rubbed off the brush. Like the label. And I just brushes like yes. So like the Skin Fetish brush, this brush is $95 Australian on Sephora.
It's terrible.
The buffer brush is like $40. And it's just like for the price, like okay,
it hurts. Like
$10.
Like this, and
how much I would pay for this? $10.
Yes, it looks like a motor brush, right? Like it doesn't like if I put like I remember trying this with like the Charlotte Tilbury, you know, everyone's favorite thing, and like
I use that too.
When I press it in there, I can see the indentations of all of the brush, and I don't like. Let me just
the bristles.
The bristles. If I put like my Hako,
I don't know.
If I go like that, I can't even see it. Like actually softens it. Like that. I don't know. It's not. This one's terrible.
I think the difference is obviously they're obviously made very cheaply. Like I think you can sort of tell. Like this is not. This I don't know how much this would have cost to make, but this is definitely not worth $95. This is, I mean, a very cheap kind of brush, kind of.
And then I was thinking, even this one, the foundation one, this I was like, oh, this seems promising. But when I tried to put in like liquid foundation, it's very streaky, and I love these like dual fiber ones. I rather use my Sigma ones, and like the ones that are. Do I have a domed one? Oh, my domed one is like dirty, but even my Sigma one that's a little bit domed doesn't do the same thing. So, and then this one's the worst offender.
Oh,
The one she had for the highlighter.
The highlighters, right? Did that come with the highlighters?
This one actually came with the old school balm, like that was still in the black packaging.
Wow.
I have the white one somewhere. I can't even find it, but I have the one with the white, handle.
Yeah.
I can't find it, but they're the same.
I've decluttered mine. Just terrible.
I know. I want to declutter it too, but it just the way I have it displayed of my Pat McGrath stuff, it looks really good.
Oh, does it?
Oh,
Okay.
Do you have this one?
No, I don't.
Terrible. Don't get it.
What's that one for?
It's an egg. It looks really cool.
For?
I guess it's for concealer. It came with the concealer launch. And like when I do this, like I feel like there's something in the middle to keep the shape. So when I use it to like put underneath my eye, it doesn't feel like my ring finger. It feels like my, like a very dominant finger just pushing down on it. I don't know why. And it doesn't blend very well.
Yeah. No, it's really unfortunate. I think like the Pat McGrath brushes really need a lot of work. Like you should just make them in Japan. I feel like if she wanted to really do very good brushes which match the price point, I think they'd have to be made in Japan, similar to like a Sonia G or a Wayne Goss kind of brush, because those are pretty much the same price point, but much better quality. So
was that your number 2 worst product? Because that was mine too.
My number 2 worst product, is this. I've got this. So the Skin Fetish. So for me, the Skin Fetish collection was a bit hit and miss. There were some not so great. So the brushes were one, and this Skin Fetish primer. I mean, so my number 1 right with this is in Australia, $99.
It's so cheap.
And it's like, what is this? It's like. It's paper. What is this? It's paper. It looks so. I didn't even open. It's so disappointing. It looks so much better on the website. It's just very disappointing.
I didn't even try it. I kept it in the boxes. The box is cuter than the inside.
You took all the boxes.
Yeah.
And all the sequins and all the like.
Yeah, hold on. Let me see if I can. Can you guys see that? Like that's all Pat McGrath up there. It's
wow. But very neatly organized.
Oh, yeah. Don't look at the like I'm working. I mean, look at. Wait. That's all. Like I have to go through all that stuff. I'm like, if you saw the front, oh my God, it's terrible. But I'm working on it. It's slowly. I thought I'd have more time, but I've been working so much because there's so much to do. And I feel like to justify my job, I have to like really do a lot of stuff.
Yeah. I think you should do a tour of it once you've finished like organizing.
Oh, I do. I did one video. I don't know if you caught it. I did a Pat McGrath tour, and then at the end I showed like the state of my room and the beauty room on what it looks like, and I was like, it's real messy.
Yeah.
I think someone made a comment that you need to clean it up. I'm like, duh.
So what's your least favorite? What's one of your least favorite?
Well, I told you the brushes. We went through all that. Like the brushes was like my least favorite. So I did this one. Are we back to favorite now?
Okay, favorite. Yeah, favorite.
I'll do this one. This one I was gonna pull out all my favorite lipsticks, and I thought which one are the one like there's so many that I love a lot, but I don't use a lot. Like this one's like a universal great color, and this one is the Luxe Trance formula, and this one is in Lavish. And I'll show you how, like I don't know if you can tell, but this is how much I've used. Like I feel like it's always almost half. Yeah, this one is like it's like a mauve neutral color.
Okay.
Which is super pretty, super easy to wear. This would also live in my purse, and I just felt like it went with everything. Like it was a very good look with whatever eyeshadow color I wore, because it was just pretty much my skin tone, but a little bit more mauve. Yeah.
Yeah. And it has that 90s vibe for me. Like a lot of her lip shades are inspired by shades that were popular in the 90s, and I think the 90s is in a massive way. So now it's like a great time to wear those kind of colors. But yeah, I think that's actually, I don't have that many Luxe Trans lipsticks. I mostly collected the matte Trans because, you know, back when she first released lipsticks, those were her first releases. And I think matte lipsticks were really, really, really big, and I was really into matte lipsticks. So yeah, it's how, you know, preferences have changed now, which is so different. Like people are much into like lip gloss and more creamier formulas and just comfort, because like people are at home and, you know, who wants to wear a drying lipstick these days?
True. Are you wearing lipstick under your mask?
I usually just wear lip balm, to be honest. I have not really touched my lipstick, so a lot of my matte lipsticks I don't wear. And actually that was one of the things I was going to mention as my favorite was her matte Trans lipsticks. A lot of the red shades I think are absolutely gorgeous. Like she just does very rich colors. I think that her shade choices for the reds are just really spot on. But I really haven't worn them in a long time because like I put one on last night and I was like, oh, I'm not used to wearing lipstick anymore. Like, but I mean, how rich is color, you know?
Which one is that one?
Such a rich, beautiful color. This is Elson 2. I mean, that's beautiful. Like her, you know, she knows how to choose great colors. This one is Vendetta.
Oh, I love Vendetta.
Just really beautiful. Beautiful shades.
Have any of your lipsticks broken, like the gold part been just come off?
Came off? Yes, I've had that. Yeah, I've had malfunctions with it is so frustrating, especially when you're like, oh, I need to $70.
Let me see, where's that one?
Like if that happens, very. So I think for me, I have enough Pat McGrath lipsticks, unless you release another shade that I really absolutely love.
So this is, for those of you who don't know, like it just comes off, right? And you think, okay, well that like I'll just it doesn't come, like I have to, like, to get this lipstick out, I have to take that out, pull that out, and then I have to turn it.
It's double cover. I have to say, you take everything so well. Like all the fails that Pat McGrath you take it so well. Like you can take it with some humor.
You know, what else can you do? I mean, like I could call them and be like, send me another, but that's like all they're gonna do is send me like I know I already like am wasteful. I like excuse me, I have all the lipsticks. All of them.
Yeah.
And like when they came out with like the new packaging, I bought them. So that means I have repeat shades of the same color, but now I have in different packaging. And then I say, oh, I'll just sell them on Poshmark. And I've been saying that forever, and they're in like, where are they? I think they're hiding somewhere. And I'm like, okay, one day I'll get to them. So I haven't sold them. So
I think if they want to do a museum one day, they can get your collection, I think.
Yeah. So, and I used to do this. I used to like take these and like change them so it could be like different colors.
Cute. I like that.
I know. Like I really liked like the hot pink with the red.
That is so cute. I love that. That's funny.
I'm stupid.
And you are absolutely correct. They need to. I would love Pat McGrath to release some beautiful orange shades, like some gorgeous pumpkins and. You know, because I love oranges, and she doesn't have any oranges really in her collection that I know of.
She has Obsessed. Is it Obsessed? Is that or Full
That's an orangey red? Is it? That's a red orange.
It's to me, it just feels like orange. I mean, it has it leans a little bit more red, but I just feel like it's orange on me.
Yeah,
but I was watching some people do some lip swatches on the Propa Beauty makeup line, which is a Black-owned beauty line. And I was like, oh, Pat needs to make those colors. I was about ready to buy all of that Propa stuff because it looked gorgeous. And I was like, no, just freaking wear the lipsticks you have.
Yeah.
I have too much. So
have you panned any of your lipsticks?
No, not yet. No, not yet. I think if anything, it might be the Lavish.
Okay.
So, yeah. So me next with a hate. or
Yeah.
disliked.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, oh, well, since we're on the lipsticks, I thought these are 3 lipsticks I just remember being so excited about, and I don't know how to wear them.
Are they the glitter ones?
No, like the glitter ones I can have, they're fine. These are matte trance, and these are in, I think you gave these to your sister. Polaroid pink,
Okay. Yeah.
candy flip, and faux pas. So these are like the weird colors.
Oh yeah, I don't think I have those anymore.
Yeah, I think you gave them to your sister. So this is Polaroid pink. It's like this.
Yeah.
So it's like this hot. It's like a grungy hot pink, or like a. That looked really weird on my lip. This one is Candy Flip, which is like a baby pink.
Yeah.
Right.
I think I gave those ones to my mom because she loves wearing those kind of shades.
Oh yeah,
they can do some people, you know,
okay.
but you have to really like wearing that kind of shade, I think.
Yeah, and this one, faux pas. I really wanted this.
Oh, I did have that one. The purple. Purple lipstick. Like, yeah, it's definitely. I just don't know where you would wear purple lipstick.
I mean, I have like a purple lip gloss from her, and I felt like it just looked a little bit better because of the glossiness, where this is just matte. So I was like, I didn't like it.
You can't even like blot it down or anything to make it look good. It's just.
I know, and I tried to like mute it down with some lip liner, and it just looked terrible.
Basically, I think the only way to make it look good is just put something completely different over it. Or maybe you could do like, you know, Jen Loves Reviews released those like droppers where you can make it lighter or darker.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if you could
it's just one of those things. I'm really weird when it comes to, you know how some people can just like put one lipstick and then put another lipstick on top, and then you can see the remnants of that lipstick on the other lipstick. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't. It's just kind of like when I was little, when my mom would serve me food and my food would touch each other. I was like, no, I can't have it. I don't like it.
Yeah, and it's just too many layers as well. It just doesn't feel good.
Yeah, because some people just
and then
reapply lipstick. Like, no, I have to like, if I have to reapply lipstick, that means I start over. I wipe the whole thing off and start over. I can't do more than one layer. Maybe lip liner and then a lipstick, but I can't. Like if I have to put lip gloss, no, it's got to be one.
It's either lip gloss or lipstick. It's not like the whole lip liner, then lipstick, then lip gloss.
Yeah,
which some people do. But yeah, I think it's fussy for me.
Yeah, I remember my girlfriend was like, "Oh, I bought the lip gloss that you told me about." I'm like, "Oh, which one?" And I forgot which one it was, but she showed it to me, and it was a completely different color because she would top her lipstick. She would top lip gloss over any lipstick that she had. So then it became a different color. I'm like, that's not what I wear.
It's hilarious. Yeah, it kind of grosses me out to like have. I don't really like doing that either. It's not ideal for me.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Mm-hmm. Anyway, moving on to another one of my favorites. So this one, I don't think. Yeah, this came out in the Skin Fetish collection as well, and it's the highlighter and balm duo.
What
and I've got the bronze shade, which is the darkest one. I don't know why I got that, but I really like it. Obviously, as you can see, I've basically finished it.
How
I loved it. I
use it as a highlight. How did you use it as a highlight, like a bronzer?
I just use it as a bronzer just on the cheeks, and then actually, so at this bit is the kind of bit that makes your skin look, you know, glowy. Glossy. And over the top. I mean, I didn't use this section that much, but I think if you look very cakey, then maybe adding a little bit of this on top sometimes makes it look less strong, like less thick. So I do think there is a place for the gloss bit, but I've pretty much used up. But when I first got this, I wasn't that impressed with it. But the more I used it and the more I tried it, I was like, I really actually like this a lot. Mm-hmm. And I like this in a stick formula. And because for me, I really like cream textures. I think
you do. You love cream. And every time like you wear stuff, I'm like, I've got to try that. And
Yeah,
I know I don't like cream.
Oh, really? Yeah. So you probably.
No. Yeah.
Yeah. So for me, I think it's great. It's easy to use. You don't have to use brushes. You can just go like this, and
Yeah.
I
How
like
does it sit on top of powder? Do you put powder? You don't powder
no.
that much.
Yeah. So for
Oh.
me, I would put this. If I wanted to put powder, I would avoid the areas that I put this on top of. So I might powder my forehead and around my nose, but I wouldn't powder the cheek area, which is where I don't get oily and where I would want that cream texture, like the creaminess to kind of stay. Because once you powder it on top, I think it could look pretty not very nice.
Yeah. Okay. So I don't like it. But I have the color that I chose, and I remember when this launched and they had 3 colors, and I was like, I should get it, but I restrained. No, I wanted to, but I got the golden. But now I'm intrigued by the bronze. But I tried using this the other day because I kept telling my sister that I was like really intrigued by Ritual Defeat. Like they have a bunch of like that indie brand from LA. They have a bunch of cream products, and she's just like, use your cream products to make sure you like cream products. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
So I remember putting this out and like trying, and I think it's dry.
Yeah, mine does feel a lot drier now. Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah. Okay. So here's my challenge: liquid foundation powder right away. So I have to remember, like, okay, you're doing cream products, so don't do that. So it would take me a minute to figure it out. And I even tried to even just like, put it on top of powder. It didn't really work. I didn't know what this balm was. I was like, I think I tried using it as chapstick one time. But I don't get it. But I don't get cream formula. I don't.
Yeah, I don't think it's something that is going to work for everyone. I think that it's kind of like textures of makeup is really down to what you like and what works for your skin. Because, like I think it can be quite polarizing because, some people just don't like creams and it doesn't work for them. So I don't think it's ever really going to work for you if you don't like it. And if it's not, is your skin on the oily side? Yeah, so I just don't.
Excuse me. I was watching Jackie Aina talk about Rare Beauty, and she was like saying how she would do it, and she has oily skin, and so she was like, yeah, just put the blush on before you powder, and she just said, just put extra and then powder because then it'll mute it. And I was like, oh, okay. So like I got, where is it? Look at how tiny this is. I got a little deluxe size sample of Rare Beauty. And I really went in. I was like, all right, it's not good. And then I put powder. I couldn't put enough powder to like, I had to wash my face and start over.
And it's warm there as well, isn't it? It's warm when you're
it's freaking hot.
Yes, I think that combined with the heat is probably not going to. Maybe try in winter. I don't know. Maybe when it's not as like when you're not feeling like it's going to melt off. I don't know.
I don't think that the liquid and cream products are for me. Like I tried a couple that were on my eyes, but it dries down, and I like that. But like I think the emollient ones are just not for me.
Yeah, and that's fair enough. Yeah, it's funny that you put that as one of your least favorite. That's funny because I was like, I'm sure there will be things that we might intersect. So one of my least favorite, again, this is from the Skin Fetish collection. Like, see, some of them I really liked and some of them I just didn't. But I didn't like the powder. I didn't like the powder. So the powder is $90. And look, I think she's got good. She's got 5. I think that's pretty good. But I just feel like it's pretty average. I don't find that the powder's particularly fine. I don't find that it particularly blurs my skin or anything. And I think, again, the packaging is on the cheap side. So would I pay $90 again for this?
No. I mean, I didn't use it.
And I think that's what it comes down to.
But
you didn't use it at all?
Packaging. No. No, I didn't.
Why didn't you try it?
Because I'm weird. Like, I'm like, oh, it came out. I got to get it. So I think the packaging, I like that it's like printed on there instead of like a sticker. And I like the sleekness, but it doesn't feel luxe. Definitely. Like the outer packaging definitely feels better than the inside.
Yeah.
So maybe one day I'll try it. I don't know.
When you've panned your current powder.
Oh my God, I have so many. Okay, so my next favorite thing, I'm gonna say this Mothership Subliminal Platinum Bronze.
Okay.
This one of the first few 6-pan palettes, because I feel like when I travel a lot for work. And when I travel for work, I don't bring the 10-pan because it's so heavy and it takes up a lot of space. But if I'm flying, I take a mini Natasha Denona. Or, I probably don't even, I haven't taken any, maybe like a single. But when I drive to like Vegas or something like that, I'll take this. Because I feel like I can easily go from a work professional to like a glam night look by just dusting like a little bit more shimmer, and like if I'm in a hurry, I can just do a one wash of color, and I just think it's so beautiful. And I think like when I did my video, like I remember dipping into, it wasn't even gold, it was the what was it, Platinize. I don't remember which one it was, but I just remember going, it's so creamy. And then I was playing with it the other day, like other ones. I'm like, wow, these 6-pan palettes are really nice. Like the original first. I hate the packaging. I hate the packaging so much. But this is my favorite illustration. But I hate the packaging. And I just wish this wasn't white because I can see it getting dirty and it just drives me nuts. Because the other one, that's the highlighter, this is so dirty. And I don't know, I kind of want to like wipe it down, but I'm afraid it's just going to get gross. But yeah, this is my favorite.
It's funny because I actually decluttered that one.
You did?
I gave it to my sister because the shades just didn't work for me. I think because she's kind of cool on the cooler side, it suits her way more. I'm quite, although you can't really tell on this camera, I look so like pasty. I am very warm toned. So very, very cool tones, like grayish, anything with a very gray base or that can lean that way can look really bad on me. So I just felt like I looked very tired when I was wearing that, like when I tried using that palette.
Yeah, I think I'm a warm tone kind of person, but every time I put like warm tone palettes on me, I feel like it's too warm. And I feel like it just looks like my eyes are like red. So like I tend to like gravitate to more cooler tones or neutral. And I didn't think I didn't think I was going to like this and I didn't think I was going to like Subliminal as much as I do.
Yeah.
But those are more on the cool side. So it's weird. I mean, some people had mentioned that like a lot of Pat's colors or shadows come off darker on the eye. And I was like, I tend to agree with that, which is like, I'm fine with, because being of a darker skin color, usually everything looks like ash. So
yeah. Well, you can really tell that she's like thought of, people with darker skin tones wearing it as someone who has some color, because a lot of brands don't necessarily, they just cater for like white people. So you can really tell that she's thought of, that other people besides white people will be wearing her makeup, which I think is really good, But yeah, it's funny how we have very different preferences with what kind of colors that we like. Because it's not something I would normally go for. What about one of your least favorite?
What about your favorite?
What about my favorite? Okay.
What's your number 5?
I think I've got one more. My last one.
Oh wait,
which may
did I do too many? Did we go out of?
I don't know. I've already had 4. I've said the VR Formula, the Dark Star, the Skin Fetish Highlighter and Balm, and the Matte Trance Reds were my favorites.
Okay.
And so I've kept a list because otherwise I would forget. Okay. And then another favorite. So this is not in any particular order because the last Pat McGrath video I did was about the foundation. And in my video, I was kind of like, this is just so average. But the more I've used it, and it's what I'm wearing today, the more I've actually really enjoyed it. And this is the foundation, the Skin Fetish foundation in light medium 10. And I think it's actually a pretty good foundation where it gives some coverage. It doesn't feel like you're wearing foundation.
That's nice.
Which I like.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it looks pretty nice. It's very natural finish.
How long does it wear for? Does it like wear off naturally, or does it like?
So when I wear it, like it's at the moment very cold, it definitely has a longer wear time. Like by the time I come home from work, it's pretty much still there.
Mm-hmm.
On hotter days, the lasting power isn't as good, I find. But I find that, it's pretty decent. It doesn't wear off strangely, like patchy or anything. It just kind of wears down in a sense that my skin still looks like it's got some coverage. I might have more of my freckles and moles peeking through, but I don't think it looks terrible. And I think most foundations do that for me, unless I'm wearing a very, very heavy full coverage, and then on top of that adding powder, because I don't really like to look like I'm wearing a lot of makeup on my skin.
What would you say is your all-time favorite foundation?
I really like the Natasha Denona Face Glow foundation, and that is a very thick, quite glowy finish, which I know a lot of people won't necessarily like, but it's because it's quite sticky. So for people who have like oily skin, it's not going to be for them. I also really like the Suku one that I panned, which again, when I first started using it, I didn't really like it, but the more I used it, I was like, actually, this is growing on me a lot. And sometimes I find that my first impression is not necessarily how I end up feeling about the product. Like these two products weren't anything I felt that fantastic, but the more I use them up and the more I just experimented with them, I actually really found it worked really well with my skin, my makeup routine. So I actually really like it. The only gripe I have with it, again, it's a $106 foundation. And is it the best foundation I can get for that around that price point? I think the Suku one, which similar texture, very watery, was about $20 cheaper, and I would go for that over the Pat McGrath. But if they were the same price point, I do think this is quite a good foundation. I just think that the price is too much, personally. Yeah. Did you like foundation?
I didn't. I have it. I haven't tried it.
Tried it. Yeah.
Well, I was like trying to pan stuff, and then it like kind of, I don't know about you. Like there was a certain point where I was like really filming a lot, and I was like, well, I'm not going to try it unless I can film it. And then no one's talking about it anymore. So I'm like, oh, it's been in the drawer, and I've been like playing around with powder foundations, or like I get these samples in the mail. I'm like, I'm going to try this. It's like
yeah.
So I haven't tried. Maybe one day. Maybe I'll do a full face of Pat
McGrath powder. I've never tried. Yeah, I'm totally interested in seeing your thoughts on those.
Yeah. So should I do because I just did a love, so I should do bottom. This is my last bottom.
Okay.
These are the liquid lipsticks that she came out with. These are discontinued. There's probably a reason why they're discontinued.
Yeah. I don't think I ever bought them.
Well, you're not missing much. So they are in a really old school packaging with just the sticker. So that's how chintzy they are, And like a stupid person, I got all of them.
When did they come out? Was that during her time?
I think it came out after the first three Mothership palettes.
Okay.
Which I'm kind of surprised that she has these stickers on it. And like, I remember like, I'm not a fan of liquid lipstick at all. So this one, it never even like, I feel like it never even like dried, and it kind of came off creasy. Like the colors are beautiful, but I feel like you can get another
very, very
company, if I had to wear a liquid lipstick, I like the NARS one because it's actually more comfortable, but I don't know. I'm kind of like feeling like maybe I should try liquid lipstick again because we're wearing masks, and I would like to like have something.
Is the wear power good on them?
No,
They're not.
I don't think so. I didn't wear them long enough to like really test them out because
Yeah, you
they
should
have
try
like
it.
this like feeling like it's, how can I explain it? Kind of like a pasty feeling, and it
Oh.
never dried. So it felt like it was on
Moussey?
top. Yeah, moussey. There you go. It was like moussey, and it never dried. And then I just felt like it sat on my lips. You know how like lipstick just,
Yeah.
or lipstick or lip gloss would become one with your lips. This one just felt like, okay, I'm still here.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But
And
I
that's
kept them
not,
all.
because you definitely want a liquid lipstick to dry down.
Yeah,
You know,
I can even feel it
they're supposed
on
to be
my
long.
hand. Like when I swatch my lipstick, even the ones I didn't like this is the Lavish.
Yeah.
I don't feel it on there anymore. Like I can feel this.
Way more comfortable.
Yeah, I can feel like, and it's like, oh, maybe I need to give it time to dry, and it never even feels like it dries. So it's, yeah, like this is like the Lavish, the one I do like, and this is Candy Flip. No, Polarized, the one I don't like. And I don't feel that on my arm, but I can feel all of this. You know, I don't know about you. I don't want to be like trying to dry.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is a no. I don't think, I think Karen, when she ended up decluttering these. She bought these because liquid lipstick was her thing, but she said she didn't like them either. So she got rid of those.
Nowadays, no one really releases liquid lipsticks. I don't think I've seen a liquid lipstick release in a while. Like it's not. If it is, it's not a matte one. It's definitely more on the kind of blotted lip type. Is that could or like a velvet liquid lip or something? Not like a true matte, because again, it's too uncomfortable for everyday use.
Mm-hmm.
And I have drawers of liquid lipsticks. I never wear them anymore, which is so sad because they're all like expiring. So yeah, my last least favorite is the Pat McGrath Metalmorphosis Kit that was released back in 2016. Do you remember that?
Yes.
That came in like the really dinky packaging, like back in the day when she was like all the lab kits were like really basic. Yeah. So these, like, some of them just fall and come right out. Like this one, can you see it's just come right out? Like that's how bad it is. Like,
yeah, the cream one. Where does my cream one?
The creams just pop straight out.
Yeah,
and that wasn't
here it is.
because of old age.
They're
just
there.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think like I don't think I've worn them more than once. Like I think I just wore it for like a video or something, and I never wore it again. And I just think like this collection is pretty. Like, how many people wear like a yellow gold and like a silver and a bronze and a copper? Like, it's just not a very accessible kind of release, especially else. It's not like coming in a palette. It just came in singles. Like, they had the powder and then they had the cream equivalent. And then they had like an eyeliner. So they had this like, do you remember the eyeliner?
I like the eyeliner, the thick one.
The double-ended one. Is that the double-ended one?
Oh. I ended up panning. Where is that? It dried out. I used it. I liked it. Well,
yeah.
I like the
actually, you know what? I actually really like the concept, but I just think it dried out too fast.
It dried out too fast, and I didn't know how to use the thick side.
Yeah.
You know, I just use the thick side, that one.
Like the stamp on the wing, and then the thin side to draw it.
Oh,
but I think if it was a brush tip, it would have been way better. If she had done that exact shape and the thin, a brush shape, like a brush rather than a felt, that would have been way better.
What do you think of the Mercury color? You have that one?
I have that. I think that came in the kit too, right?
I think so.
Oh, actually, maybe that was a part. Maybe that was a different. That looks like a beautiful shade. I don't think I have that actually.
Okay, so then it was just the bronze. Okay,
it was these four. These four. Single like.
Oh, okay.
Powders, and then the 4 cream equivalents, and then it came with like Meron.
Yes.
Mixing medium, and then it came with. It came with what else did it come with? The eyeliner. I think that's what. Yeah.
Okay, I thought this came with it, but I remember
That's
Michelle.
a dark star. That's a dark star.
Oh, okay. Michelle Wong talked about it, and I was like, wait a minute. And I started playing around with it. It doesn't look like it, but I wore it like a lot, like this one whole month.
Dark star. I really liked her dark star release. I think out of her lip labs, like her lab releases, the dark star was one of my favorites.
Okay, let's look at this. It's been a few minutes, so.
Not good.
No, it's so bad. It doesn't even set. Oh, so terrible. Let me clean this up, and then I'll tell you. I don't know how we got off track, but I have one more favorite.
Okay. Let's end on a good note.
Okay. Yeah. See how disappointing? It doesn't even set. Like it wasn't.
Yeah, that's.
I could still feel it.
Should set definitely.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, you might as well just wear lipstick.
Yeah. It's like, what's the point?
Yeah.
Okay. So my last favorite is a quad, and I did label them. It's a Ritualistic Rose. And I feel like these colors, like each of them, you can do a wash of color. At least I feel like I can do that.
Yeah.
Or I like using this brown one, and I like putting it like as the base. And any of the colors on top makes a beautiful color. So here's like the brown. Yeah. And then like if I put like the pinky one, it doesn't even look pink on, there it is. If I put it on top, it just gives like a really beautiful like pinky gold.
Oh, that's pretty.
Duochrome. So I
was
like
that last year's holiday release?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah. So that was, I didn't think I was going to like this as much as the other two. Yeah. So there was like Iconic Illumination, which just seems like the most boring one, which everyone was like, and everyone was like all hot and heavy with this one, Nocturnal Nirvana, because of the blue. I don't know. It's okay. But like, maybe if I could be a little bit more funky at work, I probably would like it. But I just, because
I really down on the holiday.
Oh man, you have good self-control.
Because it's kind of like I wasn't collecting everything anyway, so it's kind of like. Also, I've just got so much. Like I don't have enough storage space. Living in an apartment, there's only so much space you can store makeup. So I was kind of like, this year, 2020, I completely changed my shopping habits because I hardly buy makeup now. Very rarely buy makeup. So, I can probably count on my fingers how many new things I've bought this year in terms of makeup. So, but last year I was buying everything, almost everything. Like I was buying a lot.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's definitely, I've changed my spending habits, but I've shifted them in weird directions. Like prior to having a channel, I've always had a lot of makeup, and I've always kind of been a collector. Like before. Like when I right out of college or right out of high school and in college, which was like the 90s, it was all MAC. Yeah. Like I had so many lipsticks, so many, like I had it all, right? I even have, oh my God, these are my first original brushes from MAC. I still have them. These are my original brushes. And I remember going like, oh no, well, this one is really good. They don't even make this anymore. This is still very good because I used to just put on my base like that. And then this one, I remember I think it was like $16. And I was like, I was like, what am I doing? Like, I don't, and so I bought this in the night. It's over 25 years old.
And it's still good.
It's still good.
But that's because, MAC used to make all their brushes in Japan too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And now they don't. And now it's synthetic.
So you take care of it. It works really well. And then I remember going to like a NARS kick, and I bought a lot of NARS. And then I remember there would be certain things that would come out, and I would just collect it. I have some stuff from, I have this one thing from Tarina Tarantino when she had a makeup line, and I got rid of most of it, but I kept one thing because it's just so beautiful. Wow. So I really have to contain myself to not keep everything, because after a while it's like I don't want it, but there's certain things I'm like I really think that this If anything, I'll probably end up like if I had to get rid of this, I think I'll probably like if I had to just pick a handful of stuff, it would probably be some of the Luxe, couple Luxe Trance, couple Matte Trance, and my Subliminal palette. Like everything
Wow.
else,
That's a
is
lot.
like.
That's a lot. Yeah, if you had to only keep a few things, that would be
Mhm.
the things from your favorites list.
No, wait, hold on. Lip glosses. Lip glosses. I
Lip glosses.
skip the Matte Trance. Lip glosses.
Lip glosses. Yeah, I mean nowadays I definitely go for a lip gloss over a matte liquid, like a matte lipstick. But yeah, it's yeah. I can't. I don't wear lipstick anymore, unfortunately. But
And
I feel like
I
I kept them around because one day I'm sure I'll maybe a few months from now when we can go out and wear lipstick and not necessarily have to wear a mask.
Yeah, I've even bought makeup knowing I wasn't going to use it. Like I have a couple of Christian Louboutin pieces that just sit in there just because it's freaking beautiful. And then I went down the rabbit hole of looking at people's houses, and Dita Von Teese. You know Dita?
Oh yes, her house tour on Vogue. Is it Vogue or
right?
Architectural Digest?
Yes.
Yeah, I've seen her house.
She was talking about how Robert Smith from The Cure had a lipstick right by the door, so when he would run out, he would just do that. So she had a lipstick in front of a mirror, and it was a Louboutin lipstick, and I was like, bitch, I want that because it's already come accustomed with that it has because I can't. Like if I do that with a Pat one, I'd have to figure it out. With the Louboutin one, it already comes. That's come the thing. So I'm like, oh, I guess I have to get a lipstick now. So I'm gonna have to do it because that just seems so luxe. That seems so luxe. So I'll probably do it. Let's see. Do you have any like makeup pieces that you're just like, I will never throw this away?
It's a very hard question because I feel like for you see maybe you see makeup more as like your version of collecting art in a way. And I think for me, I don't necessarily look. I've kept some stuff that I'm like, I don't know why I keep it because it's literally so old and I'll never wear it again. I don't think like the Urban Decay palette is like my first palette. I think it's a lot of people's first palette, the purple one, the Naked palette. And I don't know necessarily why. I think is it because I have hoarding tendencies? I don't know because I don't think it's particularly beautiful. It's not particularly that I love those shades. It's more like I hate throwing things out.
Oh, I totally get it. Yeah, like I read that book, like the Marie Kondo book, and that really helped me a lot. That's why it's kind of pared down. Yeah, I mean, it used to be a lot more, but it's pared down. But like now, I have to try to like really control myself from buying certain things just because I know I'll hold on to it. So now I have to really think about it, like. And I just like I wasn't gonna buy the Supreme, but I'm gonna be upset if I don't get it.
Gotta keep the collection.
I know. Full. Are you excited about the new highlighter that's coming out? The packaging.
Yeah, it looks really beautiful. I think she's been inspired by a lot of vintage packaging. I think it looks kind of it kind of has I don't know, like 20th century or earlier 20th century kind of aesthetic to it. And it's interesting because I was watching Lisa Eldridge's vintage makeup collection.
God, yes.
And she showed you a lipstick. I think it was designed by Salvador Dali, and it had the whole lips and everything. I was like, oh, that looks like Pat McGrath's lipstick. There's a lot of.
How she's like, let me put on my gloves to show you my collection.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Should I start putting gloves on my stuff?
I don't have anything that special. Like, I don't think I treat makeup that special for me. It's more like, okay, it's just stuff that I put on my face. I don't think I really have, I don't treat it like, like it's something very, very, like, obviously Lisa Eldridge has a massive love for vintage makeup. I don't have anything like that,
Yeah, I don't know. It's like in the Pat McGrath Facebook group, someone posted an article from Vanity Fair or something back from 2015 where Pat McGrath gave makeup looks to Barbie. And I was like, really? Where are these Barbies? I think I need them. I'll post them on my my stories after we get out of this, but I was kind of like obsessed with it. I was like, I would totally love that. I actually I've been like really into watching Trixie Mattel. Do you know who the drag queen Trixie Mattel?
Oh yeah, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I've been binge watching a lot of her stuff, and she was showing some of her favorite Barbies. And I have a Barbie up here, but it's not like an old one. It's just my sister had put it on a cake for my bachelorette party, and it was just like so special to me. So I have her there, and I kind of wanted, like, I just remember. Then I just flashed back to one of my favorite fashion designers, Diane van Furstenberg. I'm like, I remember her having a Barbie, and I looked it up. And it had like the signature wrap dress, and I didn't realize she had sunglasses on, and the way I was like, oh. So then I started going like, like where can I, like, should I buy it? And I was like, it would look really good right there. So sometimes like I'll start thinking about it like that. But and then I saw another Barbie one for Charlotte Olympia, and that's another designer I love. So I'm like, oh god.
Oh, I didn't realize they had their own Barbie designs.
Yeah, so but the only thing, like, I have some Charlotte Olympia, but it's all the kitty flats, like the cat faces on the shoes.
Oh yeah,
but the ones at Charlotte Olympia, it's none of that. It's more the spider web. So I'm like, oh okay. And the Christian Louboutin has like a whole Barbie, like a couple Barbies with like Louboutin shoes, and then he even like made this whole thing with just the shoes and the little boxes for Barbie. And I was like, oh my god. But I don't, like, I've tried to buy Louboutin, and like, it's weird because a lot of the styles, like the best styles, or at least the ones I like, the height is like the height 120 millimeters, and the pitch is too high. I can't even wear it. So I've never bought a pair of Louboutin shoes because like even the ones that are a little bit lower, they don't come in the styles that I want. So I'm like, why am I obsessing over this Barbie that has shoes that I will never own? Like, then I was like, okay, do they have a Jimmy Choo Barbie? Because that's who I wear, and they don't. I'm so mad. So yeah. But when I saw the Pat McGrath Barbie, I was like, kind of want to buy a Barbie just to like put these like things on her face.
Why not? I know.
Yeah, because like one of the Barbies had like a little bit of glitter on her bottom lip, and I was like, that looks really cute.
Oh wow, that's funny.
I know.
Sorry, I kind of been not really putting much on the comments.
I know. I don't know how to multitask. I'm really bad.
I'm so bad at that too. So we've got a few people saying they're not buying any makeup at the moment, and only skincare.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which I definitely think is a thing from COVID and staying at home and not having to go out, and
What's some of your favorite skincare stuff that you've bought so far? And in the chat, like, what's any like found new loves of skincare?
Yeah, I mean, I have the most basic skincare routine, and people have asked me in the past, oh, share your routine, and I'm just like, but it's nothing that like revolutionary. I mean, look, I use a toner, and then I use the Hada Labo Gokuten premium toner, which I absolutely love. It's a Japanese brand. I use a lot of Asian stuff. And then I might use an oil, which I switch out different types of oil depending on how my skin's going. So I like rosehip oil. I like what else? What else do I like?
What rosehip oil do you like? Because rosehip oil smells like fart.
Oh really? I've been using the Good Molecules one.
Oh, okay.
I don't think that smells.
If you get the straight rosehip oil, I had to wash it off my face before I went to. Yeah, it's bad. It's really bad. And I'm like one of those people that had like acne-prone skin, so I would get a lot of product with sulfur and be like, oh, okay, so it smells like fart, no big deal. But it would dissipate. But the rosehip oil, I was like, it didn't go away. So.
Yeah, I'm quite iffy about some smells too, but I don't notice that one has a big smell. So, I'm I feel very fortunate to be on their PR list because I really don't get any PR.
Oh,
But I
nice.
do like, yeah, I do like their rosehip oil. It doesn't smell, and the only annoying thing is it comes in a tiny bottle, very tiny. I just don't like. I think they should put a bigger bottle. I'm all about, I don't like to have wasteful packaging, and I think sometimes brands are offering small things so that it can be at a more affordable price point. But I do think that larger packaging is better for the environment. And so, like with my hand wash and all that, I full on buy like 1 liter, the 1 liter biggest one there is, and that's so I'm not a huge fan of like these tiny little. I understand from a price point, it's more digestible, but so I try and buy everything in large. So, and then I mean,
When
yeah,
I bought
you go.
Michelle either am I here? Yeah, I'm here. Michelle Long told me I should try the Sicily velvet sleeping mask.
Okay.
And I was like,
Eldridge said it was good too.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. So I was like, I don't know about sleeping mask. And then Michelle's like, oh, just wear it during the day. And she's like, that's what I do. She's like, I don't wear it at night. She's like, if you know you're not going out, she's like, put it on, do your chores. And then like when you're ready to right before you go to bed, you wash it off. And I was like, that's brilliant. So now from working from home, I'll do that like once a week or something like that.
It's great.
Mm-hmm. Are you going into the office 5 days a week?
So I am still going because I work at a bank, and because we are a bank branch, we have to stay open. So we've been open the whole time. Everything else is pretty much closed. Like shops are closed. It's only essential services like hospitals, pharmacies, supermarkets, things like that are open. So I'm to be honest, I am quite grateful for the routine because I think I would go insane if I worked from home. Having said that, some people are really enjoying it as well, like giving the flexibility. So for me, I like it. Then I've been doing more like fashion type videos on my Instagram because I enjoy the whole process of getting dressed. Like it's simple things like that make life a little bit more joyful, and,
yeah, totally. I still
do you find
getting dressed up
yourself to sometimes get dressed?
No, I mean, like, I might not get dressed right away, but I still get dressed. Like this, well, my YouTube channel runs a fashion. I still do a lot of rental clothes. Like this is not even mine. I rented this, and I had another. It's so hot right now. I have a tank dress that's rented. I wanted to wear, but I was actually going to be on a video conference, and I was like, oh, I need to like cover my shoulders because that's appropriate. So otherwise, I've been renting like ball gowns, and I would just walk around the house and
that's hilarious. I love that.
Yeah, so I would like. That's why I've been testing out a bunch of like foundations. If I get a sample, like even like these packets, where is it? Like if I get one of these packets, I'm like, oh, do they have my color? I'll just try it because a little packet like this can last like 3 days. So what I'll do is like during my lunch break, I'll I'll play with makeup, and then like I'll put on a dress, and then I'll just sit in front of the computer, do work. And then at night, like I'll like cook, and like I'll get all sweaty, and like I'll really see how the foundation goes by just being around the house. So sometimes I'll take pictures. I should post them because sometimes, and then I've been playing with eyelashes. So I was like, normally I wouldn't.
Are you wearing eyelashes today?
Yeah, I'm wearing like House of Lashes or something like that.
Oh, wow.
Because I've found, oh my God, this is my new obsession. This velour eyeliner glue. So you just like you draw like your eyeliner and then you stick the eyelash on.
Oh.
It's so fast. Instead of like putting it on the eyelash and then put it on, you just it's like eyeliner.
It's hard to find a glue that's good, and that sounds really good.
Yeah, I just tried this the Kiss lash one that you can get at the drugstore. It's terrible. Like it doesn't work like because this one's like a pen.
Good lash glue is hard to come by. I feel I've tried many, I think I've tried the bigger one, not the one that you draw on, but the one that just comes with the small black one that comes with, and it's fantastic.
Yeah. I just like I saw. I think Karen was talking about like, yeah, this you could just draw it on eyeliner. It's so much faster. I'm like, what? And then I went online and I bought it. I'm like, okay, I'm getting it. 'Cause it's like it's like we're at the point where there's nothing new, so it has to be a brand that you're excited about, and or like it has to be very innovative. So what's this?
Yeah. I think makeup and just getting dressed has that power sometimes, which I definitely do. Sometimes I feel like the worse I feel, the better I look in a way.
Yeah. There are sometimes there is times where like I'll like on my lunch, like I'll, shower, like I'll wake up and just start working or go for work, whatever. But then at lunch I'll shower and then I'll put a full face of makeup and then I'll look in the mirror. I'm like, oh, I didn't brush my hair. Still in this ratty ponytail. So sometimes this playing with makeup makes me feel better. But sometimes even just putting on like a beautiful dress makes me feel a lot better. But you know what like makes me really sad is when I try to put on my shoes and my feet hurt because I'm so used to wearing slippers.
Oh yeah. I used to wear heels, like when you were going to the office. Were you wearing heels? Is it?
Yeah, all the time. Yeah.
Yeah. See, I'm just not a heel person. I
ever
my feet are problematic feet. I only wear them like special occasions, like my wedding, and then I was like a cripple the next day because my feet could not handle it.
Oh, I remember you mentioned you work at a bank. Are you a personal banker or private banker? Is there a difference where you guys are in Australia?
Yeah, so personal. So because we're at the, I mean, we get customers who do call. I don't know. You call it private banker. I guess that could be like. Yeah,
well,
is there
like from here, they usually call it like on the wealth. They have like the wealth management side. So like once you're housing a certain amount at that bank, they put you on the personal wealth side, and then you have a private banker. So you have like a dedicated line to like someone it's like I was curious to see if there was like similarities where you are in Australia.
Yeah, there definitely is that sort of private banking where if you have a certain net wealth. But for us, it's kind of like, there are a few of my clients who have my personal number, but it's not very common. I don't want to get calls in the middle of the night, like, I need this, I need that.
Like they actually call you, like you gave them your cell phone?
Yeah, so it's on my business card. Like I've got, work pays my phone. So I don't have it's my business. It's probably not the ideal, but yeah, I do. So now most of the time, I think most people do just email, and I think I'm not particularly fantastic with texting. You probably noticed I'm not really good with messaging or texting. So
I'm just been so big. I'm like, oh my god, she texted me. I need to respond. No, because I'm in financial services, so and I did a lot of dealings with banks for a long time, so I was just kind of curious to see what the differences are. I just remember watching Kat and Haley talking about how different the U.S. is politically wise than Australia, like how they were like kind of dumbfounded how people have to register to vote, and there's like this big propaganda to register to vote. And she's like, you have to vote here. And I'm like, wow.
Yeah, you have to vote here.
Crazy.
Yeah, things are very, very different. I think the compulsory voting is good because I think a lot of it seems like a lot of money is wasted on campaigning to try and get people to vote. I think maybe because America's had that system for such a long time, it's probably very hard to change. So I think I'm pretty grateful that our political system is a little bit more, everyone's voice is counted, so. And it's kind of like if you don't vote, then you get fined. So, it is a responsibility for everyone to understand what's happening and participate because, it's a big thing, like. So, it's so different. It's just so different.
Yeah. I mean, I was just watching Christine from Simply Neological talking about, like, because they have, like, universal healthcare or whatever. Like, everyone has healthcare in Canada. Yeah. And she's like, I have access to it, but doesn't necessarily mean I get, like, she's been trying to figure out whatever's going on with her and she can't get an appointment. Where, like, I understand, like, I'm pretty privileged that, my company pays for it. Not every company pays for insurance. And but I'm paying a premium, so I have my doctor's direct number. And a lot of doctors are going on this concierge program where you pay for service. Like, every time you call them, they, they charge you. Yeah.
Wow.
So it's like,
Yeah.
but I get access.
Yeah.
It's weird.
We have a public system here too, a public health system, care system. But again, because private health insurance is becoming so expensive, because at a certain age, I think it's 30, if you don't have private health insurance by 30 and you're earning this amount, you will get penalized by the government if you don't have private health insurance. But now it's so expensive that a lot of people are just opting for private. The only thing with private is there is long waiting times. Like if you need surgery, if you need something, you could be on a waiting list for years. So there is that problem as well, where our hospital system can't quite cope with the numbers because
demand.
So it's got its positives and negatives, but I do think that it's a good option that it's still there. Like if you have a baby, you can just go to the private healthcare system and it's virtually going to cost you nothing to deliver your baby. So it's good that people have that option there, but it's not a perfect system for sure. Like
I don't think anyone has a perfect system, so
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Do you have to go into the office today?
I do have to go in, unfortunately. Yeah,
Okay.
I have to go in at 11. Like
Okay.
I have to be in there by 11. So we better wrap this up. We've talked about we've gone full circle.
I know. I could totally talk to you
So nice
more.
chatting with you,
I would love to learn more about like everything that's like, because I always assume a lot of things are like the U.S. and I shouldn't. I've traveled enough to know it's not, but it's like the first thought is like it's like this, but it's not. So I enjoyed. Thank you so much for having me. I'm sorry that I suck at like reading everyone's comments. I'm gonna
I am too.
I would love to. I'm gonna try to watch it on the replay when the stream actually comes back, so I can see if anyone had any questions.
Hopefully it will post straight away. But I've noticed with YouTube it does lag. Like it might only post tonight. So we will see. But I do want to say thank you to everyone who has like joined us and commented. And sorry if we didn't respond. Like if any questions or anything, just put it in the comments once this goes on replay so that we can answer them.
Yeah.
And thanks, Kat, for taking the time out of your day to.
No, thank you. This was so much fun.
Yeah, it was, and it was really interesting.
Yeah.
Your opinion, because you've got like the entire Pat McGrath collection. So I think it's coming from someone who's got a lot of experience with their brand.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. Thanks, guys. Yeah, I know you have to go to work. Have a good day in the office.
Yeah, thank you. And you too. See you later.
Bye, guys.